Well, it's the mission that we're on. At Paradigm Life, we know that millions of people at all levels of wealth follow these financial paths that prevent them from achieving the future that they deserve. And for these reasons, Paradigm Life created the Perpetual Wealth Strategy, which is a way to optimize your finances so you can live a fulfilling life now and set yourself up to be financially independent in the future. So the Perpetual Wealth Strategy is about achieving the maximum amount of personal wealth with the highest degree of certainty. Now we take a holistic approach to finance, looking at all parts of financial life. That's why we measure success in the aggregate, because success in one area of life can be offset by failure in another. We also measure a successful strategy based on its resilience and flexibility, because our lives are not linear and the unexpected events of life can make a big impact on your wealth. Now, after working with thousands of clients in all 50 states, each with uniquely defining circumstances, we discovered that there are these three primary phases of people's lives, requiring a shift in the strategic approach at each stage. The first is the growth or wealth accumulation phase of life. The second is the income or wealth distribution phase of life. And finally, it's legacy or the wealth shifting phase of life. Now, in this segment, I'm going to talk about just the first. We're going to talk about growth. So growth or wealth accumulation, it's about the stage of life when you're producing value, you're making money, you're building your wealth, and you're also trying to achieve the highest form of living along the way. It's about pursuing financial independence and having a specific strategy to get there. Let me start by talking about how wealth works. When you save or invest your first $10,000, it doesn't suddenly become $1 million overnight. You have to keep saving and investing over a longer period of time and also earning returns. If you think about it, wealth accumulation is most effective in the future at the end of that compound curve, even though you have to start today. The biggest challenge we see with clients is ensuring that wealth keeps growing despite the unexpected events that can throw it off course, like losing your job, being sued, disability, death, divorce, an unexpected health condition, market correction, higher taxes, inflation, or significant unexpected expenses. Like that, those are just a few examples. Like we know what that frustration is like, that stomach tightening when you wake up in the morning and see the market tank, or you come home from a long day at work and sitting there on the kitchen table is a letter from the IRS with an unexpected tax bill. There's so much in life that's outside of our control. And once we start accumulating wealth, just one event can stop that wealth from growing and us achieving those intended results. So when we meet with prospective clients, they're on this path that requires a lot of things to go right for their plan to materialize. And they face the risk of just one thing going wrong for it all to collapse. So the Perpetual Wealth Strategy, it was conceived by helping clients navigate these challenges. And after working with thousands of clients and spending tens of thousands of hours designing financial strategies, we know that you can build wealth with certainty and have a path to achieve financial independence, and finally have an amazing life along the way. So let me give you a few examples of how the Perpetual Wealth Strategy applies to different people. And we'll start with families. Families will have a strategy for accumulating wealth and paying for significant short-term expenses like a down payment on a home, a second home, family vehicle, educational costs, vacations, and this is done without amassing high interest credit cards or loans. A successful strategy for families is protecting that accumulation of wealth against the disruptions I mentioned previously: job loss, disability, death. So let's move to maybe business owners. Business owners, they have a strategy to build wealth outside of a business that's protected from the risk that's inherent in any business ownership. We've discovered that when a business owner's financial life is secure and ironclad, it gives them more confidence inside the company to capitalize on growth opportunities like new markets, new products, or more bold marketing campaigns. We've found, again, as I said, that the stronger the personal financial foundation of a business owner is, the more successful the growth of their business is. Now, we work with a lot of real estate investors, so let's use them as an example. With our real estate investor clients, they have this love-hate relationship with cash. They understand the importance of liquidity, the ability to move on a deal quickly, maybe cover a mortgage payment during vacancies, or make an unexpected repair to a property. They just don't like idle cash that isn't earning interest. So a successful strategy for them gives them a tax-free wealth accumulation of their cash and their liquidity, which they can actually have the option of borrowing against, providing additional leverage, which helps maximize the overall return on their real estate investments. Now, approaching real estate investment this way, it sets up, for the long run, sets up this option of funding an asset replacement trust, which enables a tax-efficient way for you to liquidate appreciated real estate in the future. So these are just a few examples of how the perpetual wealth strategy works in real life. Now, to end, we feel that the majority of people at all levels of wealth are following paths that unknowingly put their financial life in jeopardy day in and day out. The perpetual wealth strategy helps our clients become the minority. So if you want to learn how your life can be impacted by the perpetual wealth strategy, make sure you subscribe to the channel, but also check out the links in the description, because they will give you some links to some additional videos, courses, and other resources for you to learn more.